Good morning, students. I am your journalism mentor, and this is your first class of the whole series. If you have any doubt in today's lecture, please write it down in the comment section and I will solve it immediately. Or if you have any topic request, please write it down in the comment section. Now, let's continue with today's class. So, student, this is the class 1. We are going to study from basic knowledge of journalism to advanced or higher knowledge of journalism. So obviously it will be a basic class because it's class 1. So what we are going to study here is introduction to journalism. The topics are we going to study today: news, meaning and concept, hard news versus soft news, attribution, verification, balance, and fairness. Then we are going to study brevity, dateline, credit line, and byline. So let's jump into the first topic: news, meaning, and concept. When I'm saying what is news, students, what comes to your mind? That what is news? News is something that is happening every second around us. Like today, the weather is very sunny, so that is a weather report news. Today, since 7 days, we are not having rainfall, so it is a drought news. So, news is something that is happening around us every second, and every second there is a new news. So, student, when we are telling news, we should also know the timeliness of the news. That is, the news dates how many days. If the news is of uh, from past many months, then that news should not count because that has became a past. So news, the meaning I have written here for you students: news are all information, data, thoughts, concern, messages that happen around us at every second. This may be provided through different types of media: word of mouth, printing, postal system, broadcasting, electronic communication, or through the testimony of observer and witness to events. Meaning of this: or through the testimony of observer and witness. Let me just simplify it and say it to you. News I have written here is something that is happening around us, like everything is news. Okay, so but everything can we publish it? No, we have to think that what viewers want from us, what is important for the viewers, that only we can publish. So everything, if we publish everything, so that will be a lot of news. Okay, so news is something that is happening around us, and news can be information, news can be a data such as census or anything. So news can be information, data, thoughts, concern, messages that happen around us at every second. This may be provided through different types of media. Word of mouth, it can be word of mouth, it can be just I'm saying something and it became a global sensation, like I've said something defamatory, or I have given a statement in a court order. So it can be word of mouth, printing, that is newspaper, magazine, postal system, it can broadcasting, that is television, radio, electronic communication, that is social media, or through the testimony of observer, means when we are seeing something. Okay, when we are observing something, or when the news happened, or when the event happened, I was there, or maybe student, some of you were there. So that is testimony of observer or witness to event. So here are some definition. If in exam question come like what is news, you definitely have to write this definition, and also to your definition you have to give supporting definition of some famous authors to support your answer. Okay, you can't just write what uh, you have learned that is news. No, you have to also support your answer through the definition of famous author, of journalism authors. Okay, so I'm saying some few, and then you can see on the screen. You can definitely take a screenshot or download the video. So author Mac even define news as anything out of ordinary, current happening or event that make people talk. Then Philip L. Graham views news as the first rough draft of history. Okay, then Charles Anderson Danner highlights the usualness of news by saying when a dog bites a man, that is not news, but when a man bites a dog, that is news. So that is oddity, and then become a news, become viral. So uh, we all understood the concept of news and meaning of news. Concept of news means news broadly defined is a report or account of recent event, typically those of public interest or importance. It is a way of communicating information about current happening, often through various media like newspaper, television, radio, internet. News is often categorized by its timeliness, relevance, ability to affect a large number of people. So the same thing, concept of news or definition of news, you can write on your own. It's the same thing, like the current happening that is happening around us, current event that is happening around us through different media like newspaper, television, radio, internet. News is often categorized by timeliness, relevance, ability to affect a large number of people. So what is written here is that just I said you guys that then if the news report is from past few months, then that will not count as current news report, because that news report is a past event, so that will not need immediate audience attention. So here are some detailed look of concept of news. Key concept of news, that is what kind of a news report should be, like what a journalist should keep in mind before publishing a news report. Okay, so first thing is timeliness. Timeliness means the time structure of the news report, means the news report dates how many days, how many months, a year, and what is the time sequence of the news report. So that is known as the timeliness. News is often focused on recent event and development. Obviously, news is focused on recent event and development. So that is timeliness. We have to focus on the timeliness. We have to focus on the deadline. You have to publish news report that dates today, or some maybe yesterday, but other than that, no, you can't publish a past news report, and it will not attract audience attention. So that is not a news report. Okay, relevance means see, if I give you an example that Israel Palestine war. So, relevance means why I would feel horrified, why I would feel scared, because it's happening in Israel and Palestine. So, relevance is something you form a news report like this number of students, Indian students, are studying in Israel, like medical students studying in Israel and the war happening. So that will make me feel worried, because I can find relevance. Okay, so you have to form news report that the audience will feel relevant. Suppose just I have given you an example like Israel Palestine war. Maybe a war broke out in Bangladesh. So you form a news report. Like if you form a news report, like okay, this thing is happening in Bangladesh. Some viewers will be like, so what I am going to do? Is their problem? But if you form the news report such as okay, this is happening in Bangladesh, and maybe it will affect West Bengal. So West Bengal is in India, so it will affect whole India. People will be concerned. So this thing is relevance. If you form a news report that will be relevant, or that will be if I simplify and say it, that will be relatable to the audience, then that is a news report. Then this public interest. Public interest means what your audience want to see. Okay, if you are hosting a like news, if you're hosting a news report, and it is concerned with astrology, then the public interest would be the people who are interested in astrology. So that is the public interest. And suppose you are I was just thinking about an example, uh, that is, if you are hosting a talk show, and then that talk show attract the younger audience. Okay, younger audience, and it talks about reproduction, it talks about feminism, it talks about women empowerment, it talks about employment, it talks about men's emotional concern, how they are treated in our society, societal boundaries. So that will obviously attract young audience. Okay, so that is the public interest, so young audience will feel interest. So you have to know what your audience is, you have to know your audience, then only you can publish news based on that. So that is public interest. News that will interest or affect the public are of general interest. Accuracy. Accuracy means, are your news report correct? Is your news report accurate? You have to verify that. Checking all the facts, you have to verify, is your news report accurate? So accuracy means news report should strive for accuracy and present fact objectivity. Then is objectivity. While not always perfectly possible, news report aims to be impartial and unbiased. Your news report should be unbiased, and that is the main motto of journalism. You can't be biased to one party and leaving behind another party. No, you have to be unbiased, impartial, and then you can write a news report. As a journalism, you have to be neutral. You are not owned by any organization, a person, or any entity. You have to be neutral. You just have to portray the fact, this happened. So that is objectivity. If you ask me what is objectivity, objectivity means just stating the facts that this happened, and this party have said this, and this party have said this. Suppose if in some days there's huge rainfall for over maybe a week, and then we see like water submerging our roads, and then it's like kind of a flood happening. So then one political party says a statement that okay, this is the like this is the fault of the ruling party, this is the fault of negligence of the ruling party. And then the ruling party says that okay, when they were in the power, the situation were even worse. So you just have to state the fact, okay, this party have said this party have said this. So that is objectivity. Then is newsworthiness. Certain qualities make an event more newsworthy, such as usefulness, impact, proximity, or timeliness. Okay, so newsworthy means that some qualities such as newsworthiness, um, newsworthiness means that usefulness, impact, proximity, timeliness. Usefulness means that is it useful for me? The viewers will think. Impact, will it impact to me? Proximity, is it in my area? Just now I told you relevance, that do I relate to it? Proximity, relevance is kind of same, like is it in my area, around my area, it is affecting my area. So this is proximity. And relevance, I told you that do I relate to it, is it relevance to me? So that is the thing. Timeliness means I told you that you have to check like the time sequence of a news report. So this thing, usefulness, impact, proximity, timeliness, I just told you the definition, makes the news report newsworthy. So what is newsworthiness? Qualities that make a news report newsworthy. So that is newsworthiness. Then differentiation from other forms of media. News is distinct from entertainment, opinion pieces, or feature stories. News is not entertainment piece. News is not opinion piece, or news is not feature stories. Do you students know what is feature stories? A feature story is a news report that has happened and it is written in an exaggerated or detailed form. News report is a hard news. Hard news means, I will tell you after this slide, maybe hard news versus soft news is there. So I will tell you, but now I'm saying you briefly that hard news means the thing that have happened and it is going on in breaking news, or it is exclusive news that have just broken out. Hard news means current events that have just happened, and soft news means featureized news stories such as interview or a detailed video or a detailed form of a news report. So that is featured stories. Opinion piece means that a journalism uh, journalists maybe from an organization can write a features, an opinion piece. I'm sorry, opinion piece, or maybe a columnist can write a column, and it will be a view of the organization. So that is opinion journalism. When a journalist give their opinion in behalf of the organization, so that is opinion pieces. So definitely not a news. And entertainment means all the gossip, okay, all the scandals, all the gossip from the entertainment industry. So that is not news. Okay, student, if I simplify it and say it to you, what is the difference between hard news and soft news? So hard news is something that has just happened, and I'm seeing it on the TV, hearing it in news, maybe seeing it in social media apps. That is hard news. Soft news is something that focuses on entertainment, informing in a lighter, more human interest style. Okay, soft news can be a feature form, or maybe a news report that have happened and it is showcasing the past events. So that is soft news. So let's now see the definition from point 1, that is report on serious, timely, and important event, whereas soft news is focuses on entertaining or informing in a lighter, more human interest style. Student, if you're enjoying the class and if you're seeing is seeing it till now, then I will tell you that please just take a screenshot, because the notes I have made for you is very simple and easy to read, easy to remember. Okay, So now let's see. Soft news is focuses on entertaining or informing in a lighter, more human interest style. Topic: politics, crime, natural disaster, economic, international affair. Whereas soft news topic are lifestyle, entertainment, celebrity news, culture, and travel. Tone of hard news would be objective, formal, and neutral. I just told you what is objectivity, neutral, formal, and then tone should be conversational, emotional, engaging. Soft news is something that is you're writing to engage with the viewers, to tell the viewers this thing happened and this is the whole story. Timeliness would be highly sensitive breaking news. Nature would be serious, fact based, urgent. Example of hard news would be government decision, accident, election, war. Length and depth would be short, precise, focused on 5 WH question. If you ask me what is 5 WH question, so 5 WH question is who, what, where, why, when, and how. That is 5 WH question. Impact would be directly affect public decision or safety. Sources used would be official record, press conferences, eyewitness. Visual would be often minimal, focused on clarity. Purpose would be to inform the public about issues that affect them directly. Placement in media would be front page, top of news bulletin. Here, the tone would be conversational, emotional, engaging. Nature would be entertaining, emotional, or informative. Timeliness would be less time sensitive. Example of topic would be celebrity interview, food interview, travel tips. Length and depth would be longer, descriptive with storytelling elements. Impact would be indirect, more about awareness or leisure. Sources used would be personal interview, review, observation. Visual would be rich in photos, infographic, creative element. Purpose would be to entertain, inspire, or give background. Placement in media would be lifestyle or feature section. End of. Attribution is in news reporting is the practice of crediting the source of information or a direct quotation. When you are writing a news report, and if you're writing from seeing a news report from somewhere, maybe writing a quote of someone, you have to give credit. Without credit it would be plagiarism. Without credit you cannot write a news report. That would be maybe a direct copying. Okay. Attribution in news report is a, it is a like fundamental rule or ethics in journalism. Attribution in journalism is the practice of crediting the source of information or a direct quotation. It is a critical part of journalism that helps establish an objective tone, add credibility, and explain how the writer obtained the information. To a journalist, attribution simply means telling your writer where the information in your story comes from as well as who is being quoted. Example: include the source full name, include relevant information, use courtesy titles, being careful with verb tense, being careful with attribution terms, making it clear when quoting from a written document, attribute information from the internet. Next is verification of news and fact checking of news. This is the two different characteristic but have same features. Verification means verifying that is the news report true. Fact checking means checking all the fact that which of the news fact is true. So two terms are often used interchangeably, sometimes causing confusion, but there are key differences. Verification and editorial technique used by journalists include fact checkers to verify the accuracy of a statement. Is the statement true or not? Verification is a discipline that lies at the heart of journalism, and it is increasing being practiced and applied by other professions as well. Fact checking is a specific application of verification in the world of journalism. Fact checking is the process of verification, the factual accuracy of question, reporting, and statement. It can be conducted before or after the text or context is published or otherwise disseminated. Internal fact checking is such checking done in house published when the text is analyzed by a third party. The process is called external fact checking. Okay, understood, students? Then is balance and fairness is in news. Balance in journalism is one of the ethical guidelines of reporting. Balance in journalism means that all perspectives are included and all perspectives receive an equal amount of attention. Balance can be the time spent in an oral report or the space allocated in a written report. Fairness in journalism means exploring all sides of issue and reporting the finding accurately. Balance means you're balancing both sides of a news report. Fairness means you are exploring all the sides of an issue and reporting the finding accurately. Both kind of same. Okay. So, student, balance and fairness. So, what is balance? Balance means as a journalist, you have to balance both the side of the story. You have to put equal efforts and equal fact from both side of a news story. Suppose a crime happened and then there is one accused and one victim. You have to put fact both from their sides. You cannot be biased. You have to be neutral and put facts from both the sides. So that is called balance. And fairness means without being biased. So both are kind of complement each other. So you have to be unbiased and then you have to put both the sides in an equal manner. So that is balance and fairness. Fairness means without being biased. Brevity is an important skill for journalists because it helps them communicate stories concisely and effectively. Here are some tips for writing with brevity in journalism. Get to the point. Write straight to the point and avoid any unnecessary words. Keep sentences short. Aim to keep sentences under 20 words. Use active voice. Active voice is more dynamic and emphasizes the actor, while passive voice more static and evasive. Use short paragraphs. Stick to one concept per paragraph and keep paragraph to 2 to 3 sentences. Chunk longer articles. Split longer articles into smaller sections. Break down multimedia material into its constituent part. Use keywords in headline. Use keywords in headline to grab the audience attention and summarize the articles. Write in simple style. Write in a way that easy for audiences to understand using day-to-day vocabulary words. This is brevity. Byline. Byline is the name of the author just below the heading or the end of text. So then after that, when the news report was filed or where the news report was filed. So that is dateline. Dateline means giving the date of when the news report was filed. That is dateline. So next is credit line. In the context of newspaper, a credit line is a line of text that acknowledges the source of published material such as news report, photograph or graph. It is often found at the bottom of an article under a photograph or near a chart or graphic. So this is if you have used a photograph to support your news report, then you have to give, obviously you have to give credit. I told you, you have to give attribution is a main thing in journalism. Okay, you have to give credit. So here a picture is being used and here in green arrow I've shown that okay, John Noble Wilford, the name is given. The picture was clicked by John Noble Wilford. So this is the credit line. You have to give credit. If you are using any photograph, news report, a graph, or anything, you have to give credit. So then it is byline. I told you what is byline. So, students, this is the end of class. And if you have enjoyed the class, or if you think that okay, this today's class have helped me a lot, or if you have any doubt, please write the topic in the comment section. I will definitely add that topic in the next class. See you in the next class. Keep studying, keep learning. Goodbye.